Rishi Kumar. I'm the chief scientist at eBench, and I've been a sort of practicing analyst and data scientist now for 10 years, mostly in consumer goods with a light touch of news and media. So eBench is a digital marketing company where we help people both through the use of software and through an advisory service to get more out of their social media investment and to help them cultivate and understand how to cultivate a better relationship with consumers online. So the critical success factor for companies using analytics is cultural readiness. So you can pretty much guarantee that you'll get your investment back in analytics if properly executed. But if people aren't ready to let analytics into the boardroom and into decision-making processes around your business, then it's guaranteed to fail. And to think about the benefits of analytics as not being something different and taking you very far from your job, but being something central to your job. So for example, one of the main benefits that a marketer could achieve is doing the job they already do, but faster. So the very first thing you need to do if you're going to build an analytics program is to solve a business challenge. So you need to convince people that there's something worth pursuing here. You also don't want to go down a long-term project where you don't have clear direction. So you need to identify a problem, not one that's too big because that could become political, and not one that's too small because then people could ask, so what? We need to identify the right size of business challenge and actually solve it. I think the question of what data matters is actually the question of what is the objective, what is the kind of benefit, what's at stake really. And if you have a clear objective, then the question becomes, okay, what do I need to see? If I could walk around into the world and see how my consumers are behaving, how my employees are behaving, so which things could I see that would help me to deliver that objective? And that's the answer to your data. Data is just this digital record of some observation. So if you really want to understand what your consumers like and where are they going and what they're doing, then the data that really matters is the data that helps you to answer those questions, helps you to see where your consumers are going, what they like, and so on and so forth. The whole hype around the size of data, big data, I think that's really something that is not about size. And when we say big data, what we really mean is things like it is large, that's a possibility, but we also mean things like it updates very often, that's velocity, and that there are many kinds of data actually. So there's text, image, and of course numbers, and we're able to process these in similar ways now. So when we say big data, the size of the data isn't really what's at stake. It's about this variety. And of course, it's not actually the volume of the data, it's how you use it. So small amounts of data deployed to understand a very reasonable, very tangible business problem, that's going to go a lot further away than a huge amount of data thrown at a problem that's maybe it's interesting, but it's not important to the business. If I were to build a team, so we ran a pilot and it was decided that it's time to expand and build a team. The first role I would hire would be a data engineer, because you cannot do good analytics without good quality data. You can't make robust decisions to improve your business if you don't have good quality data. And it's also the case that a huge amount of time, actually, in all analytics projects are typically spent just manipulating and cleansing the data. And if you have a data engineer who guarantees quality data in a format that's available to analysts, then actually that opens up a huge amount of efficiency gains and a huge amount of possibilities down the line. Suppose you're not going to have an analytics team, so you don't have the critical mass of expertise, there's no PhDs running around who are statisticians by trade, and there's nobody called data scientists. But in that case, what you really need is a high quality source of data, and the essential skill is going to be data visualization. Creating your own data visualizations, asking the right questions, and being able to produce data visualizations that answer those questions. And that's more of a technical point. I think that the literacy around understanding what data is and how it can be used to answer questions is a kind of soft skill that, regardless of if you have the analytics team or you don't, you're going to need that. But if you don't have an analytics team, if you don't have that critical mass of expertise, then enabling people in your organization everywhere to kind of explore data through visualizations is the essential skill, I think.